Okay, Stella came in and she's chewing on something. Hopefully it's not too loud. You can hear me. Oh, you know what's weird? That is really loud, isn't it? What was weird is, I was up and I was doing stuff earlier, and I had already put that out as my intention that I wanted to go out and, rake. And then I had also been putting it in, out there in my intention and healing. Like I keep trying all these different things that I hear people talk about to try and work on with the healing and, all of that kind of stuff. So, trying different techniques that I hear about. And I'm not sure because it hasn't like gone away, but it was like if I don't think about it, I don't feel it kind of. It's kind of strange, but it's like it's not as noticeable. But if I sit back in the chair and I lean on that muscle that is spasm, then I can feel it. It feels like when you have one of those sores in your mouth and you bite into it, so it feels kind of like that. But it's not like I moved my arm around. I went out and I raked and I did a bunch of yard work. I moved my head around. So it's weird because it's still there, but I still feel better. So, but I put that intention out and I said I wanted to stop feeling lag. I wanted to stop feeling, I no longer wanted to be under or participating in lack and, I can't think of all this stuff because I was doing it the other day. I just keep trying to think like what's working and what's not working. So anyways, it feels better because I can move around. And so we were outside and, I don't know if you can even see over there. So we have the total white atmosphere above, except for I see a blue hole. That will happen sometimes. It's like they don't get it spread thick enough and then it will have holes. And you'll be able to see through it. But then they'll come in and they'll spray it and make it more thicker. So all that does is get you more poison. But back there, where it kind of looks like white right there, that is all those construction guys, whatever they're tearing down, they just did a huge burn pile. So they're totally smoking us out. At the same time, we're fumigated. And I was just like, man, and right there, that is about the greed, the lack of integrity, that I'm going to hurry and build my houses. I don't care what's going on in the world. People are starving. Fuck them. People are losing their homes. Fuck them. I'm looking for the rich people. You know what I mean? It's just like, what in the hell is wrong with people? Like, it makes no sense to be back here during this time throwing up all these houses. And it's so awkward now with the guys on the other side, those construction people. They were out there staring at me today, and I was like, great. They probably think I'm the one because I'm always outside working in the yard and stuff. They probably think I'm the one who complained. I wasn't even in town. So, but now they're being super, super quiet. And this over here, we're burning some kind of huge thing. But the weird thing is when the smoke goes up, it's so noticeable. It looks blue. It looks like blue up against the trees, and I think it looks weird like that because it's just so artificial. Like normally the sky would be blue and the smoke would look white, but instead it's the smoke, the sky is white and the smoke looks blue. It's just weird. Same upside down all the time. Same thing with lack of integrity, and all of these people are going to get smack dabbed right in the face with whatever's going to go down. But that is what I wanted to talk about, is because I saw this, I've seen a whole bunch of TikToks of this now this morning. But so I guess over, I'd have to think of the two places. I think it was Norway, there's two places. Maybe it was like Florida and Norway or something. But up in the sky at night, so a dark sky, and somehow they've gotten this weird looking spiral thing that looks like a crop circle or something in the sky. And so it happened all of a sudden over this, wherever it was, Florida or something. And there's a bunch of people who were getting footage. Then people were saying that that's doctored or whatever. Then it happened again over, it could have been over Austria. I don't know. I'd have to, I think you can just look it up, this swirl in the sky, and see it, because it's getting a lot of talk about it right now. So in 2 different places, the same looking swirl. They're trying to do a cover story. A rocket took off. And then the people, it is in Norway. Because then people are like, there's no rockets going off in Norway. I don't think they have a space program. But, you know, over here, that's all they always, oh, that's this, oh, that's that. Oh, Elon Musk, you just sent a rocket up. You know, they just fucking lie all the goddamn time. So, these 2 swirl things that look like some kind of and somebody was talking something about it, because it was something a long time ago or something, these swirl things, like if you go back and you look at really old ancient art, they had these swirl things, and these swirl things represent some sort of cataclysm, some sort of event or something. So that again shows the energy, like, and it shows the artificial world we're in. Like, it keeps exposing itself to us, this artificial world. And they're trying to, like, you know, spit glue it all over the place to try and hold it together. But it just keeps showing more and more and more, and people questioning things more and more and more. And that energy is just like a locomotive. It's not slowing down. It's just picking up steam. So, and then I've seen a lot more people sharing about the halo. And I'm just kind of feeling like, okay, like everything is electric. Everything is energy around us. Like, we think of energy because the way they have introduced it to us is this tapped into our electrical lines and stuff like that. But energy is, you know, is a current. It's a movement. It's alive. And so it is all around us, energy. And so there should be no reason like we should be having to pay for it and stuff like that. But anyways, our ideas about energy is all through the way we've been taught. But it is, it's different than that. Because even the earth is like this toroidal kind of magnetic, because the way the magnetism works, it has like a cycle, it has like a pattern it has to go into. It can't change. It has to go a certain direction. And what provokes it and moves it is the other current, like the AC/DC kind of thing, is going to direct it. If I'm making any sense, like, but anyways, if you think about everything in this world, like a multiplex theater, and it's being projected into, and there's power that projects this image that we have, like it's a holographic kind of image, and it's projected, and energy creates it. So everything in this multiplex theater is like electrically charged. And so, you know, I had seen this one time, and this could have been doctored photos, I don't know, but somebody had taken these pictures, and this was like, I don't know, 7 years ago. And they took pictures of the sky, and they had posted them, and you could see like this, like mandalas everywhere. Like you could see the whole, it was like the whole grid was all like patterns, and it was super, super cool looking. But that's what this kind of reminded me of with the swirl. And so I was kind of thinking it kind of is like this electric magnetic thing showing itself in the air. But it could be some hologram thing that they're doing to prepare us for their next takeover thing. Who knows? But if it's a natural occurrence that's leading us into a cataclysm that has been shown, if it's a real thing that is now making itself present again when we're close to this cataclysm, because cataclysm will have to do with, I think, the sun, with energy, with everything is going to change. So I think it's going to have something to do with water I've said that for a long time. So I think it's going to have something to do with the water. And there's going to be, the water is going to change our landscape. And then I think that I'm just really curious because that halo thing now, other people are sharing it. And the whole thing with the dome, and I'm seeing so much more about the dome. So it is showing like this electrical charge that's up there. And then the dome, like it's all becoming so much more clear of this world around us. And it's going to be a part of what's going to happen. Like, is it that we see it and that is part of the awakening, which triggers the energetic thing that knocks the domino into create the whole change that puts us in the other direction? Is something going to happen that's going to force us in another direction? Like, there's definitely something that's going to happen, like how it's going to go down, or the events and how it's all going to go down. I don't know. I just know something's going to happen in another direction. I've been totally in alignment with this cataclysmic event situation for a long time, and it having something to do with the solar thing. And then once you realize that that's plasma and everything is like fluid that's around us, depending on, you know, its vibration. So it's, you know, how water can be in different kind of forms. So it's kind of like the same thing, because the plasma is able to carry a current in the fluid, but it is in different consistencies, kind of, or different, not textures, but you know what I mean? Like, it's not all just like waterfall. It'd be more firmer, but it is where they can't get through it because they keep trying. And I believe it's just like water. And I turned this movie on earlier. It was called 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It was really, really old. I only watched a few minutes of it. But in the beginning, it was showing this submarine going down, and then it got attacked by something under the water. And see, that's what I think happened. When they go deeper and deeper, because this thing had to go deeper and deeper, and starts crushing things from the pressure. And see, that has to do, that's how all of the system kind of is. That's why, like, if you were at the right vibration, you could be in that water, in that reality. But if you're not of the right vibration, you have to stay in your reality where you are. But that's how we all share these different spaces. But the problem is with us is that we've been kind of tricked, or it is part of the whole thing. I mean, it was supposed to go on this way. But the waking to the fact that all of these things are around us and they're all real, and our connection to nature and to earth and all of those things brings us into a new kind of respect or state of being, to be more in sync in the vibration of what is necessary for things to be in better balance, you know? So if I just keep seeing that spinning thing in my head. I just keep seeing it and seeing it. I just feel like there's something really significant about it showing up. And maybe that means that we could be really close to something going on. And maybe the pressure of this halo thing behind the sun, and I'm seeing more people talking about it being this wormwood and Narubu and stuff. I don't know. It's just as fascinating, really, because of the fact that we are in this like bubble. What can penetrate to come into the bubble? Is it even a penetration? Or is it only our vibration that holds us back? Like how that one lady thought that angels are surrounding it, but it's our vibration that holds us back. We don't need to guard us. The vibration does it automatically. But, you know, I've always known that down in the sea, because it's not even just like mermaids, mermans, and all that stuff. like octopuses and or octopi and squids and stuff are very advanced thinking, knowledge, or they like an octopus. You can put them in a jar. You can screw the lid on. It will unscrew the jar and get itself out. So to me, even an unconscious life is allowed to live. Like a spider may not have the same conscious awareness as a human, but that doesn't mean its life is less value. And so even if the beings like the octopus and the squids and whatever all creatures are down there, they don't have to necessarily be like out thinking us or something, even though there would be some that would. But we have to give respect to the fact they're living their life, whatever that is. We don't have to understand it. We don't have to be any part of it, but we have to allow everything else to have its own life and live its own life. What is it, honey? She's really miserable. Like she has been. I've been giving her a lot of medicine. It always makes me nervous when she goes outside a lot and then she comes in and just cries and cries and cries because the damn spraying. So, anyways, so whatever I was saying. So the electric stuff that is showing kind of up in the sky, to me, it's kind of unmasking the real world. I don't know. Maybe it's just a swirl that just happens naturally when things go across. It looks kind of like some sort of black hole or something opening up into the sky. I don't know. It's weird, but that it's in these couple of different places and it's so close together and that it's from ancient drawings and because there's so much about this cataclysm and because we have other sky anomalies and a lot of things happening and people keep feeling. And something is going to project this awakening into another level. If it's us, something happening and us being so astounded that it causes all of this chain reaction, or does the chain reaction wake us up? So I don't know. We'll just have to watch and see how things play out. God, I cannot see. God. Oh, man. I sent a message to that lady to ask if she's sent my crystals yet. So I hope she sends them this week. And, and I messaged my lawyer about my drawings, and she says she's looking for them. But anyways, it was just kind of a weird conversation. Like if you are assertive to somebody, they don't like it. They don't like it. People want you just... Oh, we're breaking free from a lot of toxic behavior, a lot of toxic, even people, who see themselves as a higher status, that they think that they can treat people lower or something. They can treat people a certain way. And how dare you say anything to them, So, but that's the kind of stuff, that is going to be changing. Like, there's not going to be any of that kind of stuff in our future, so it is going to be, it kind of, I think really is kind of like this great equalizer. Whatever is going to happen, it's going to bring us all into, like, we're all at the same level. And I don't just mean like financially. It's not like we all are going to go, but there is going to be something's going to occur about that. But there will be people, it will be like the musical chairs. There will be people who played some stuff smart during this and had awareness, and it's going to benefit them when things change over. But there will be people who still have more. It's not like they're going to say, oh, you've already got some, well, you don't get any then. People are still going to get whatever is due to them, I think, based on something with our Social Security number or our birth certificate number. There's something about trading us as surplus, and I don't know, there's a whole bunch of stuff you hear about when you start, to me, listening. So anyways, I just wanted to say that is you might want to look up about it, because maybe that does mean something's coming faster. It's quite fascinating, and there is stuff going on in the skies, and we are about to have another solstice or something, or maybe we just had one. But all of those kind of cycles, I think, kind of all play in together. And while those things are showing up, the Schumann resonance is also spiking. So anyways, all of those things, all of the cosmic things, the astrology, the energetic things, are all linked to the awakening. You know, everybody thinks it's just the government, it's just a sickness, it's just this, it's just that. No, it all has to do with this changing of the ages. This whole thing is just each person's opportunity to evolve and ascend. So it isn't, you know, it's not I don't know. People think it's all this stuff is happening for different reasons. What I don't see, the reasons are being accurate. The reasons are their own personal tribulations for them to go through to grow, because it's not happening the same for everybody. Each person's thing is individual, but this entire thing is all about the awakening. It's all about this ascension and this evolution and this change for mankind. And so it does all have to do with all of these changes, because the earth is changing. There is changes that are happening. The earth is, you know, it is changing its vibration of this allowing this abuse. However that's going to play out physically is what we are here to witness, I think. So anyways, I just wanted to talk about that. So, and especially any of you guys who have access to having an open sky at night, maybe you guys can catch footage of it. There just seems to be some interesting stuff going on in the skies. So keep getting footage of it, and let's let's just watch how all this plays out. I think it's getting, I hope it's getting much more exciting. I really like this stuff to look forward to, like the exciting kind of sci-fi stuff. This other, going blind and sickness and all that stuff, that's just tedious. Watching people be sick, watching people struggle, people losing their jobs, people losing their homes, all of that, their come to Jesus moments, it's hard to watch, because a lot of people don't know what to do in a crisis. They haven't been taught resilience. They haven't been taught healing. They have no idea what's going on. They just think the world's blowing up. So, and it is. This is the end of this. This is the end of this world. It's the end of this system. It's the end of, life as we've known it. And so, that life is gone. So but the new one is going to be way, way better. It's going to be way, way better. So we just got to get through this and get to the next stage. So anyways, I'll talk to you later. Bye.